Hello everyone, peace of Christ to all. Today we are going to take a few more letters. To refresh your memory, we took letter Aleph, Ba, this is Ba, and this is Ta, and this is Tha, Tha from thunder, and this is Ja, which we will take today, Ja, and we will take Ha and Kha. Let us go and see how they are written and how we can use them. Letter Ja, as we said, in Arabic we have names for letters, and Ja, if it's by itself, we call it Jim, Jim. All right. Now, this is how it's written in the beginning, and in the middle, and at the end. The second letter is Ha. Ha has no dots, as you see. Jim or Ja have a dot underneath. You see it inside the circle. The letter Ha does not have any dot at all. Ha. Now, how to pronounce letter Ha? Imagine yourself, you are getting cold and you are saying it's cold. That's Ha. Very simple. Many, they have a lot of difficulty to do it because they don't notice that they can do it really, and they do it sometime without knowing. So Ha simply is like you are saying I'm cold. Try to make that sound. Let the air come from your throat and let it flow, and squeeze your throat a little bit. Ha, ha. So Ha is the same as Jim actually, or Ja, except that Ha does not have a dot, as we see. All right. So if you look with me here, what the difference between both? Actually, nothing except the dot. This one have a dot. This one does not have a dot. And letter Kha have a dot in the top. That's all. Otherwise, there is no difference. If you look at them, they look exactly the same. Like Ja is the same as Ha, the same as Kha. The only difference between them is the dot. This one, the one at the top, Ja, is the dot is underneath. The Ha has no dot at all. The Kha had a dot in the top. All right. Otherwise, they are all written the same way. There's no difference, as we see, and they look exactly the same in the middle, in the end, except the dot. So you need to focus always when you write those letters in remembering the situation of the dot. So if you want to say Jim, it means the dot is underneath. You don't forget the dot, because that will change the letter. If you forget the dot totally, that will make it letter Ha. Or if you put it in the top, that will make it letter Kha. More stable, balanced. So let us draw a line. And again, I apologize, my software is not really that good. I am planning in the copy, like in the coming few weeks maybe, there is a software, it's called Autodesk. I saw someone using it for Arabic writing because it has a brushes, very nice. It make writing really good and very good for computer drawing. Because simply what we are doing, we are drawing right now. The software I have is just draw a line. There's no edges, there's nothing. It's just a line. This is why I cannot make a good writing. It's coming awful actually for me. Because you can make an Arabic font which is artistic and look nice. All right, but I need to buy those tools. However, let us see how we can write those letters. We have letter Jim or Ja. Jim. I will write the word Jamal. Again, it's not coming good. Jamal. You see here though that Jim, I wrote it as if it's a triangle. It's fine. Or you can make it in an artistic way, like this. Jamal. All right, it's the same. What if I took the dot off from this word, the same word? That will make it Hamal. You see why important the dots? If I miss the dot, that will change the meaning. The Jamal will become Hamal, and Hamal mean the baby of the sheep. When the baby the sheep have a new baby, we call it Hamal. All right. And after this video, actually, I'm going to start giving you tashkil. Tashkil is simply something we add in the top of the letters, like fatha or kasra or dhamma or sukoon, etc. So soon in the video after this, I'm going to go for that, and I will show you how those work, because those are going to be very important, because sometime you might get confused saying, well, it's the same word you told me, it is Jamal. As an example, Jamal, the same word I'm using. Jamal is a camel. If I add Dhamma in the top of it, that will make it Jumal. Jumal is sentences. You see the difference? From camel to Jumal, from Jamal to Jumal, just by adding this Dhamma in the top. Dhamma, it make the letter as if you attaching the letter U to it. So the letter Ja will become Ju, Jumal. This is what we are going to learn in the video after that. And don't worry, it's not really hard. You know, take it easy. It's in YouTube. You take your time. I'll repeat and ask me questions. And don't worry, I'm not going to stop teaching you until all of your questions is answered. All right. So don't forget to use the correct letter writing. So if that letter is Jim, then you have to put the dot. If you miss it, you change the word meaning, totally different word. All right. What about letter Kha? So mukh. Look how I wrote the Kha. You can write it in different way, artistic way. Mukh. And again, soon I hope I will be able to buy the brushes, the software with the brushes, so we can write really nice in the screen. Right now we are just drawing a line, and my pen is not helping. Mukh means brain. If I forget to write if I forget to put the dot in the top of the Kha, so that will make it Muh. So the dot is very important. If you miss it, people won't understand. This is a different word. The word, let's see, let's come in with the word where the letter Jim or Ha or Kha in the middle. Yujib. Yujib mean he answer. Look at the Jim, how it's written. Let me make it more clear. Sadly, we have to clean everything now. Okay. Mujib. Mujib is the one who answer. Like you say, my God, he is Mujib, he answer me. All right, Mujib. Now you will notice here I'm saying mu, even though it is not, there is no u. That because automatically I'm adding dhamma in the top. This is why I'm going to give it to you just in the video after this, because later you will notice we are starting making words, and we are pronouncing things as not exist in the language. I mean in the word. Like now, Mujib, where is the mu? There's m, but there's no u, simply because there's a dhamma. Usually in Arabic, when we say things or we write things, we don't put the dhamma, but we say it. But because we are very fluent in the language, but for you, you better know it. So Mujib. What about another letter Ha, and it is in the middle? Muhib. Muhib, which means a lover. All right, محب. See, even writing in English will not come good with this pen. It's not functioning. What about the letter kha in the middle? مخمل. مخمل. مخمل is a kind of a fabric, like have a small little hairy things in it, which is very soft. All right, I'm not sure what they call it in English. مخمل. So we have it in the beginning, we have it in the front as a beginning of the word, and we have it between, as we see here, and we have it at the end. So it's not really hard to write it. All right, you will notice that you can, by the way, like this is letter ma, this is letter ha, and this is letter ba. All right, okay, connect them. Done. M ha ba, محب. That will make it محب. You see how it is? It's not really hard. So imagine yourself, you are writing letters by their own. All right, and then you just extend a line and you connect between them. So ma ha ba. This is how letter ba coming in the middle. Mahabba. Mahabba mean love. The love. All right. So it's not really hard. Just try to imagine you are writing the letters by themselves as you learn them. You know, you go back to the field we showed you. It shows you how it is by itself. It shows you how it is in the middle, at the end. Now always remember that those letters, when they are at the end, they go back to the original stages. Remember we showed you that. So you notice here letter jim or ja at the end is the same as letter ja by itself. It go back to the original. The only difference is there's a little line to attach to the letter before it. Same for letter ha. At the end it go back to the original, except there's little line to connect. Letter kha is the same. It go back to the original, except there is little line to connect. And this is what was the case for all the letters we taught you before. All right, except those letters which do not connect from the left, but we can connect from the right. So you see those letters, all of them, when we write them at the end, they come back to the original. So here let us see how the original, when we say original, what we mean. This is the letter ha as an example by itself, and this is how it is to be connected in the start, and this is how it is when it is connected at the end. So what we need to do, just connect. Very simple. This little line to connect, this little line to connect. Here there's no connection, it's in the front. If it is like if it is in the front, that's mean ha is in the beginning, there's no connection in the right side. So this line is to connect. So this is why we said as an example, yuhib. This is